Hi, I'm Luz DeBay, and I love to talk about movies 24/7. I've been fascinated with films as long as I can remember, and I upload weekly. Today I'm going to be talking about my most surprising movies of 2023. This list is basically going to act like an honorable mentions list of the 20 movies that didn't make my top 15 list. So this is like the runners up. Just like really good movies I wanted to talk about that didn't make my best of the year list. All right, let's get started. Coming in last place is The Creator. I thought this was a really interesting movie. It's amazing graphics, a beautiful looking movie, really well acted. Great performance by John Washington. He did a fantastic job in the role. I really like the story on this and the setting. This worked really well for me, and the dynamic between him and the kid. Very interesting movie. Very different. Is absolutely stunning to look at. Definitely tugs at the heartstrings at times. Just a very good, well done movie. Next up is Cobweb. This is a really interesting horror movie. It kind of reminded me of Coraline a lot. I thought it was very unsettling, very chilling. Had a really interesting third act with this creature. I won't spoil it in case you haven't seen it, but definitely a pretty cool third act. I really enjoyed that. Like I said, Coraline vibes, which I'm definitely a fan of that movie. Is really well acted, well directed. Had a good flow. It didn't keep you for too long. It was like 90 something minutes. I was probably actually, I think it was like 80 something minutes. So yeah, just a very interesting story. Had some good visual effects. Just very intriguing and engaging horror film. Next up is Poor Things. This is a very unique movie. Absolutely beautiful, really well directed. Emma Stone was amazing in it. A hilarious movie. I laughed quite a few times. The audience I was with was laughing as well. Very bizarre and unique for sure. Definitely a different kind of movie, but really well acted. Interesting story, very interesting ending. Just a very bizarre movie, but in a good way. It was really good, and I highly recommend it. Next up is Saw X. This is easily one of the best Saw movies I ever saw. No pun intended. But yeah, just a really good Saw movie. Top three for sure. Just like set between Saw 1 and 2. They kind of make Jigsaw an anti-hero in this one, which, really worked. You kind of feel for him, and like the people that he's going after are like really horrible, horrible human beings. So you're rooting for him, and you get some like more backstory with Jigsaw and his apprentices. So yeah, it was really cool. Really good Saw movie. Good kills, good ending. Really interesting. And looking forward to Saw 11. Next up is Gran Turismo. I thought this was a really solid true story movie, a really interesting one. It's about a kid that's good at the not it's not a video game, but the driving simulator. And he ends up like competing to become a real racer. Very interesting, cool story. It's a little bit formulaic, but it works. It's a really emotional movie, really inspiring, very interesting, very funny. Has an amazing ending. Definitely some strong emotional moments. It's a super fun crowd pleaser, just a really enjoyable movie. David Harbour was great in the movie, and the lead actor was also very good. I can't think of his name on top of my head, but really good actor. And it was a great seeing Orlando Bloom again. I haven't seen him in a minute. Next up, this one is an interesting. It's a Freevee original. It's called Puppy Love of Grant Gustin and Lucy Hale. It's just Freevee. If you don't know what it is, it's basically like Amazon's other streaming service. It's like their free version, like their Tubi version, basically. But yeah, I thought this was a really fun rom com. This, Lucy Hale and Grant Gustin, have great chemistry. They work really well together. It's like just a fun R-rated rom com. We don't get too many of those, and I thought it was really, really, really funny. And just like surprisingly heartfelt and just enjoyable. Just like it's better than I thought it was being a Freevee original. This is like I said, great seeing Lucy Hale and Grant Gustin together work really well together, and you really buy the romance, and It's funny to see them bicker and just like and slowly get along. Just a a fun story with puppies and a really good ending with a great ending song. Next up, Netflix original Love at First Sight. I really enjoyed this movie. This was a really good one. I watched it not too long ago. The leads were really good. Haley Richardson, I can't think of the actor's name off the top of my head, but it's basically about them meeting at an airport, and them slowly falling in love, and just like them kind of being there for each other, even though they don't really know each other, which I think is really profound and heartfelt. That they, two people that don't really know each other, but they're slowly just trying to be there for each other and help each other out. And it has a great setting, great characters, very funny, very emotional, very unique. It's a little formulaic, but it's really fun and entertaining. I really enjoyed this one. It was a really well done movie, and it had a great ending. Next up, um, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. I saw this double feature with my dad, John Wick 4, in this movie. A really fun double feature for sure. This movie's absolutely hilarious. This is a great fantasy movie of really fun, unique characters. Um, just like super, just like engaging and fun, entertaining. This like flows really well. Had a fun story, great humor. Just like absolutely, just a great crowd pleaser. Just a grave scene that's really fun and like really hilarious. I just love the characters, love the setting, love the fantasy elements. I think we're getting a second one, which I'm looking forward to because this is a super fun, really enjoyable movie. Next up, probably a little biased towards this one, Teen Wolf the movie. I'm a big fan of the Teen Wolf TV show. It's probably my second favorite show of all time. So I was really naturally really excited for this movie. Could have been a little bit better, sure, but I thought it was really good. It does have its faults, but I thought it was a really good continuation. It was great seeing everyone again. I'm glad that we got an R-rated version of Teen Wolf. So that it's just so cool what we got. Just like seeing Scott and getting Allison back, and getting Lydia back, and seeing Derek and everyone else again, and get to see them in a more mature setting since it's an R-rated movie. Get to see more blood, more language. I like the story that they brought back like one of the best villains from season 3. I thought it was a solid story. Had some great writing, great acting. I thought the ending was really good, really emotional and intense. It was pretty long, but in a good way. They didn't like cut it down too much. It was like 141 minutes or something, and I thought that was the perfect runtime for if you're going to continue a TV show into a movie. But it had some great humorous moments. Again, it was great seeing the characters again. Really well directed. Great intro, great ending. I just really enjoyed it as a Teen Wolf fan. I know a lot of people didn't like it, even Teen Wolf fans. I know Dylan O'Brien wasn't there, and I'm missing some other people for sure, which definitely knocked it back a little bit. But what we did get is still super fun and entertaining, and I really did enjoy it. Next up, John Wick Chapter 4. And it's kind of funny. You're like, why do you pick John Wick Chapter 4 on your list? The only reason is because here's the thing. I love the first John Wick. I think it's fantastic. One of my favorite action movies. But 2 and 3, I think are just fine. I don't love them like everyone else does. I know that's a hot take. I just think they're amazing action movies, but they're story-wise, they're super bland and generic, and at least in my opinion. Like, I love the revenge story of the first one. 2 and 3, I just didn't care about the story, so I could not connect with them. I thought they're great action movies, but I just couldn't connect with 2 and 3 story-wise, so I just overall didn't care. This one brought me back. I like the story. I like the finality of everything. It's just like almost 3-hour epic. Had amazing action sequences. Love the characters they added. Like Donnie Yen and a bunch of other great characters. Great villain with Bill Skarsgård. Great ending, very emotional, very, very intense. Super cool story. This action sequences, humor, the writing and directing is top notch. All the fight scenes were fantastic. So yeah, I absolutely really enjoyed this movie for sure. Very definitely surprised me at least because like I said, 2 and 3 didn't love, but this is the easily the best one since the original. And I really hope they don't make five because I thought this was the perfect ending. Get the spin-off route like they're gonna do Ballerina, which I am excited for. But like, why are you making five if you know what happens at the end of this? I won't spoil in case you've seen it, haven't seen it, but yeah, I don't think it's necessary. Next up, another action movie, The Equalizer 3. Um, I've seen the first two in theaters and haven't seen them since then, but I remember enjoying them quite a bit. I think this is easily the best one now. It's great seeing Denzel Washington, Dakota Fanning back together again. It's just set in Italy. This has a great setting. Just like it's kind of a little bit of a slow burn. Just like Robert McCall just getting used to being in a city and kind of making it his home. It's like great acting, great directing, amazing fight sequences. It's very gory, which I really enjoyed. Um, just like the characters, like the villains, just had a solid, flowing runtime. Some great emotional moments at the end. Some great humorous moments. Just like a really just entertaining, engaging, action movie. Easily the best out of the Equalizer trilogy. Next up, The Nun 2, another hot take. I enjoy the first one. I don't hate it, don't love it. I'm just kind of right in the middle on it. It's like a perfectly fine horror movie. Yeah, of course it's all bland and generic. But yeah, it's fun though. But I think this one was even better than the first one. I just thought it was really well done. I really like the intro. It was really chilling and it engaging. Gets you right into the movie, gets you excited for what's to come. Really well directed, some amazing settings. The acting was very good. Um, Teresa Farmiga is great as Sister Irene. Eileen, sorry. And I just like all the other characters like Frenchie, and Storm Reed's character. Just like a really intense ending. This is a really fun watch. I saw it on my birthday with a lot of my best friends, and yeah, it was. Oh, we almost got a whole Dolby theater to ourselves. There's only one other guy there, but yeah, and it was a really great Dolby experience because there's some sequences that happen at the end that really worked well for Dolby. Just a great runtime, great story. Really like I love the ending. The ending was super cool. Great visual effects, just super cool. I guess I'm a defender of the Nun movies. They're not perfect, but they're fun movies, and I really enjoyed the Nun too. I thought it was very well done. Next up is Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Um, I'm not like the biggest fan of the Game movies. I watched them like a while ago. I need to rewatch them because I just saw all of them were fine, except I haven't seen. I actually never saw the last one because I got spoiled, which I do plan on watching. But this movie was actually so good and I loved it so much that I want to do a rewatch soon, and go watch all of them, watch the last one for the first time. But yeah, this is a really cool prequel with Jon Snow, just like getting to know his backstory. I really like the character of Lucy Gray. She's very interesting, compelling, and unique. Has a mate, Rachel Zegler. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Sorry if I butchered it. She has an amazing singing voice. Very powerful. Yeah, I just really like the story and the villains. It's surprisingly very, very dark. It's like the early Hunger Games sequences, and Jon Snow just slowly turning from like hero to villain. I love the Lucy, like I said, love the Lucy Gray character. Just love the intro and all the action sequences and the ending. I think it was really well done. Fantastic Hunger Games movie, and so good it made me want to rewatch all the other ones, which I do plan on doing soon. Next up is Missing. This is like a standalone sequel to Searching. Absolutely fantastic movie. Came out in January. It's kind of overlooked, but it's another great uh desktop little thriller. I really love these movies. I love the Unfriended movies. I love this Searching. I just love these little like screen. There's a name from Screen Life. That's the name. Screen Life movies. This is just like so well acted, So well directed, great characters, just flowed so well. Great intensity, great mystery, great story, great twist. This guy gets you into everything, like from beginning to end. Is so engaging. Has some humorous moments, some really good characters. I really enjoyed this movie. I hope we get more of these in this universe, in the Searching Missing universe, because I think these are really fantastic movies. I really really enjoyed them. Next up is Air. This is the biopic about Nike. Stars Matt Damon, um, Ben Affleck, and a bunch of other great actors. But yeah, this is a super fun, just like uplifting underdog story. Like I know, like you haven't seen the movie yet. It is an underdog story. It's about Nike trying to win over Michael Jordan to get him to sign on. Just a really cool story. I like that and how it plays out. Just like really funny, really entertaining, really unique, very well directed and written. This perfect. It's just like such a great underdog story. It's very inspiring, uplifting, very funny and emotional. Great ending. This is a fantastic movie. And next up is The Wrath of Becky. I thought this was a really good sequel to Becky. I watched a double feature of the first Becky, and I went right into watching right into watching the second one. I just watched the first one at home, then went straight to the theaters to watch the second one. Yeah, and I thought first one was good, but I loved the second one. I thought it was just really campy and funny and unique, very very interesting. Really well directed. Becky's a great character, just gory and over the top. And it could be very intense at sometimes, especially ending, and also very funny. It's a really cool little horror movie. I really like where the story is going. I hope we get at least one more. I think three is confirmed if I'm not mistaken, but at least I hope it is. But yeah, I really liked The Wrath of Bucky. Just a really fun, campy horror movie. Next up is Totally Killer. This is basically like Back to the Future meets like horror slasher, kind of like there's like a kind of ongoing genre like Happy Death Day, Groundhog's Day, Freaky with body slapping. It's an Wonderful Life with It's a Wonderful Life. But I love this movie. It was super fun and entertaining. I love the characters. I just love the fact that we get a modern day um, kid going back to 1980s, and just like how everything was so politically incorrect, and her having to deal with that just made for some great comedy. There's some great soundtracks. They have already a lot of good song choices. It's a great story, very very funny movie, a lot of laughs. I like the mystery element. I like the ending a lot, and a lot of the twists and turns. Just a super fun slasher thriller. I'll definitely rewatch this quite a bit. And next up is Blue Beetle. I thought this was a super fun superhero movie. I think it's kind of underrated. I liked Sholo as Jaime Reyes. I thought he was great. I love the family dynamic. Just like him with his family from beginning to end. Usually, there's not too many superhero movies like that. I like the strong family dynamic. The directing was great. Beautiful looking movie, great atmosphere, great use of colors. Just looked absolutely beautiful. Thought the writing was good. The intro of the movie was very good. I love the ending and the villain. Definitely very emotional at times, especially at the end. And also be very very funny. Visual effects were top notch, and I really liked the suit. It looked really cool. Just yeah, really, just a super good underrated superhero movie in my opinion. Next up, Pinball: The Man Who Saved the Game. Probably no one's heard of this one. But yeah, I love like true story movies. And this, I just found this one. I saw Crystal Reed was in it. I was like, it's about pinball being banned in like the 70s in several big cities, which I was like, that's cool. I never heard that. So I decided to watch it towards the end of the year, and I'm glad I did. It was a really good movie. just like super like charming and energetic and just simple and just fun, just like really heartfelt and emotional. Really well acted, a lot of funny moments, well directed, well edited, has a great flow, great story. I love how it ends. I just like the lead actors did a great job. Chris Lurie did a great job. I can't think of that actor's name, the lead actor's name, but he did a very good job. This is a really fun, engaging, true story movie, and very interesting and unique. I'm glad I got to hear about this like small piece of history. Very cool. But coming in at number one is Barbie. Yeah, this movie was super fun. I did do the double feature of Barbenheimer, saw Oppenheimer in IMAX, Barbie and Dolby. Easily one of the best movie theater experiences like probably ever. Just like such a fun audience. It was like jam packed with people, and just like a lot of like laughter and cheering, and just like this is fun. Just like being in an audience that loved the movie so much. Yeah, I honestly really enjoyed it. I thought the beginning was good, how they set everything up. The directing was great. The settings looked amazing with the Barbie dream houses. It looked so legit. It looked perfect. All the like the uses of pink. It looked amazing. I thought the writing was pretty solid. Could be a little preachy at times, to be fair. But yeah, it was still really well written, well acted. Ryan Gosling is definitely my favorite part. He's amazing as Ken, super hilarious. Liked all the other characters, all the Barbies and Kens. Margot Robbie is definitely Barbie. She's meant to be Barbie. She was perfect in the role. Soundtrack was really good. Perfect flow and runtime. Um, the story was good. Much more profound and thoughtful than I thought it was going to be. The ending was very profound and thought provoking for sure. Really loved the ending. Just really hit you and it feels very emotional. Just absolutely fantastic movie. Like surprisingly so. Like I knew I would like it. I didn't know it was gonna be as good as it was. So yeah, Barbie and Oppenheimer are a great double feature. Super fun seeing these movies together. Yeah, Barbie comes in at number one for the most surprising movie of the year. And like I said, this is an honorable mentions list. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day and take care. Bye.